Our journey has come to an end. So let me validate that I am actually recording because I don't see the microphone. There it is. So this is the lab that we are working on today. Is the lab 15. I hope that you have learned a lot from this course and keep practicing and reviewing the materials, doing all the 15 labs, go over them as much as you can. This is actually about some VLANs configurations that we need to configure there. Let's go ahead and read the instructions. Task. Router 1 has been pre-configured with all necessary commands. All physical cabling is in place and verified. Connectivity for PC1 and PC2 must be established to the switches, and each port must allow one VLAN. Configure W1 with VLAN 35 and label it exactly as sales. Configure configure switch 2 with VLAN 39. So the first switch 1 with VLAN 35 and the second switch, the switch 2 with VLAN 39. This one will be called marketing. Marketing will be the name for this VLAN. Then connecting the switch PC, the switch port connecting to PC1 and connecting the switch port connecting to PC2. Those we will be adding the access mode there in the ports. And finally, configure S1 and S2, SW1 and SW2 for the universal neighbor discovery using the industry standard protocol and disable it on the interface connecting the PC. You have the topology there. You can actually recreate this in GNS3 if you have the time and you are able to do so, but we are working with Packet Tracer today. So first thing we do, we already talked about the industry standard protocol and disable it in the interface. We are going to work on this. First thing we do is access switch 1. Let's download this. Let's go ahead and download this. Should be there somewhere. Let me erase it. Let me just, oh, there it is. Looks like this is the right one. Let's validate. I am opening it at this specific moment. It's taking a little bit of time, a couple of seconds, real-time simulation, waiting for convergence. Let's start with switch 1. After accessing the CLI, we are doing enable configure terminal. And let's go to the internet to validate the commands we need to enter there. So the first thing we have to do no CDP run. So we are disabling this globally and we are doing LLDP run. This is the one that is related to a standard protocol. We are configuring that. Now we are doing the following: VLAN 35 and then enter name sales. That's the first VLAN. Interface F02. That will be the interface that goes from the switch 1 to the PC1. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 35. We're working with this one. No LLDP transmit. No LLDP receive. Now we have to do the end command and then the dot right. We are done with switch 1. Let's move forward and start adding some configurations in the other switch. We need to work along with the switch 2. After doing the enable config T, we are going to do the following. We're going to do no CDP run, LLDP run. Okay, we need to stop making those small mistakes, like the space is important to add it there. Name VLAN is actually VLAN 39. Do you guys remember the name? It was marketing, all in capital letter. Marketing. Let's do interface bus Ethernet 2. We are in switch 2. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN. VLAN 39. This can be in lower VLAN 39, actually. Let me delete this one because we don't need that one. And let me know VLAN 30. I made that one by mistake. Let's do a right and do show VLAN brief real quick. There you go. Now let me go back. Config T interface FA02. We already did the switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 39. Did we execute the LLDP command there or not? No CDP run, LLDP run. We should be all good for this one. Now I'm wondering if we have to configure this one as well because it wasn't there. Let's validate in the PDF document to see if we have to do that in switch 2. Let me do that. Switch 1 and switch 2. No, it looks like we don't have to do it in switch 2, only in switch 1. No LLDP transmit, no LLDP receive. So for some reason, we don't have to run it in switch 2, only in switch 1. Let's validate instructions, configure the switch 1 and switch 2 with universal neighbor discovery using the industry standard protocol and disable it on the interface connected to PC1. That's the clue. It stated that we have to disable the industry standard protocol in the PC1 connection. So that's the reason, because we are doing it only in the PC1. We are not doing anything with the other PC, which is actually PC2. We look at the diagram, this is the PC2. Well, this is actually incorrect. This should be PC2 over here, and this should be PC1. So we don't get any confusion there. Let me save this. We should be all good with this course on with the labs. We have done a total of 15 labs. You can actually go to the website and see if there are any labs that are missing that we have not go over it and we have not covered it. Like this one, looks a little bit different, very similar to the ones we have done. We have done pretty much most of the lab, but there are many labs that you can still configure and continue practicing and so on. In fact, with the script that I share with you, the Python script, you just go to Google, and if you install the PyCharm community and the Python 3, the last version of Python, and run that script, it will give you 4 different labs to practice every day, like a lottery of labs. So it's been a pleasure working along with you during this week, this 5 to 7 days. You guys take care, and I'll see you around. Please remember to practice question labs and theory, to study theory, because that is also very important in order to pass your exam. For the time being, boys and girls, it's been a pleasure. Let me just save the configuration on this lab that we are doing right now. We need to find the lab because I need to add that for the name of the class. So let me do a copy, Control F. Marketing, it was the one with the VLAN, with the other VLAN. Marketing. Let me try to find it because I see it here now. It's actually the 12th, the lab 12. So we were able to complete this lab today, the number 12. I'll see you around, and goodbye.